Today you join me not car spotting but train spotting, and yes, we are going to be channeling our inner Francis Bourgeois as we go take a look at the Flying Scotsman as it makes its way from Bridgnorth to Kidderminster for its final journey this weekend. So firstly, apologies for the hair. I've been out all day at a family function. My hair did look kind of nice this morning, all gelled up. Unfortunately, throughout the day it's just gone. The reason for tonight's impromptu video is because Severn Valley Railway have got the Flying Scotsman down for a special weekend. In January there was a landslide between Hampton Road and Bridgnorth which kind of closed off the train line, and it's just been reopened this weekend thanks to the Flying Scotsman. It officially opened the line, and yeah, we're going to get a glimpse of it before it leaves tomorrow. It's been here all weekend, going between Kidderminster, Bridgnorth and Bewdley, but this is the first time I've actually had some free time to see it. Who knows, you might be able to see it tomorrow before it leaves and gets loaded onto a truck, but that's not guaranteed. But down, because it is literally catching a glimpse of the Flying Scotsman, it may also be a very short video, so apologies about that. It's an opportunity I couldn't pass up. So there's a number of stations that you can pay to go stand on the platform and see the train. Bridgnorth and Kidderminster, you can't pay at those ones, you have to have a ticket and all tickets are sold out. So we have popped in Bewdley and I'm doing a couple of mile walk to a very small train station in the forest just down here, and that should mean we get a very good glimpse, but there are train spotters all along the train line up in the trees there, so hopefully we'll be able to get a spot. Got to get that energy too, and also my new tattoo is also train filmed. It looks a bit bad at the moment because obviously it's healing, but it's Crazy Train, but it's basically covering up a pre-existing tattoo. Not only did I get that because I'm a big fan of Ozzy Osbourne, but Crazy Train, if you didn't already know, when Ozzy Osbourne was kicked out of Black Sabbath, he turned to a lot more drink and drugs than what he was already doing, and he went into a very deep depression where he didn't leave his room in days, and basically Sharon was the one that convinced him to go solo. He was a bit skeptical in the beginning, but he did it, and his first single was Crazy Train. So I basically got it as a bit of a good luck charm, and hopefully one day I'll find my own Crazy Train if I'm ever in a dark place and need to get out of it. And I think that's one of the things you can take away from that, is that no matter how far down you think you've fallen, you can always come back a lot stronger, a lot more bigger. And yeah, what a legend Ozzy Osbourne was. So it's very peaceful up here, and here is the train line, and we're at the train station of Northwood Holt. This is one of the request only stops along the Severn Valley Railway, and as you can imagine, not many people use it. It's only in use during its season of running, which I believe is March to October. But yeah, this is the very quiet train station, and it is very quiet. There's no one else here except for myself, which I was expecting a lot more people to be out to catch the last glimpse. So the Flying Scotsman will come down here momentarily, make its way to Kidderminster, and here's the train shelter. Very basic, but it's got everything you need. Train times, a bin, a bench. As I mentioned, it's in the middle of practically the forest, so not many people would be using this train station, and people on the train would have to make a request to stop here. And even if people do make a request, the Flying Scotsman unfortunately won't be stopping here today. It does a follow-through route from one location to another without stopping, but yeah, we should get a good glimpse of it as it comes around the bend and heads on down to Kidderminster. Not sure if it'll be doing any sort of speed. They put something on Facebook over the weekend saying that due to the extreme heat, they didn't want to set fire to the bushes with any sparks flicking up from the train, so it was on a lower speed than normal. Whether it'll go up to a higher speed today because it is slightly cooler and there's a bit of a breeze, we will have to find out. But yeah, this is Northwood Holt. It feels quite unusual to be sat at a train station in the middle of nowhere where it's nice and peaceful and you can still hear the birds singing. Coming from a very busy town, you don't even hear the birds in like the quieter side of town, let alone at a train station. So it's kind of therapeutic, kind of nice, just sat here on my own, enjoying the sights, enjoying the bird sounds, and waiting for a train. So you can just hear it thundering on in the distance. it turns out that was just the carriages making its way down the line. I'm not 100% sure if it's actually coming down this line this evening. There are information available online. Some of it is contradictory. So yeah, I do have my doubts at the moment whether I've just wasted my time or not. But we'll hang around and we'll see what time it finally goes past. But yeah, false alarm. That was just the carriages for the swinging 60s weekend, which I believe to have been being held at Kidderminster, but online it's now saying Bewdley this evening. So not 100% sure. Obviously at the moment I'm not too sure if it is going to turn up, but if you guys are watching this video online, you guys know whether it is going to turn up or not, judging by whether you're watching this or not. So if you are watching this, it clearly does turn up. If you're not watching this, then the video gets deleted and it doesn't turn up. So if you're watching this, then spoiler alert, the Flying Scotsman does turn up. So if you're wondering where we currently are, the first stop is Bridgnorth, and it goes to Hampton Load, then Highley, Arley, and we're just in between Bewdley and Arley. So here's the viewpoint of choice. It's a slightly different location, just further down the line from where we were yesterday. But hopefully we should get a good glimpse as the Flying Scotsman comes round the bend, hopefully facing the right direction this morning, and it makes its way on down to Bridgnorth. And as you can see, we've got some of the old carriages there. Those have been there for decades. And as you can see, nature's partly reclaimed them.